Welcome back to the second video. In the last video, we talked about client-side rendering. And in this video, I will talk about server-side rendering. Now, when I go to b.com, okay, my computer, assuming this is my computer, and assuming this computer um, is the server, is towards the contents of b.com. So during client-side rendering, when I on my computer, when I visit www.b.com, it sends requests to the server, and the server in return returns me some resources, including JavaScript. And the JavaScript will get executed on my computer before I see the page. If this website depends on JavaScript, the JavaScript will be executed on my computer using my computer's resources before I can see the page. So that's client-side rendering. On the other end, server-side rendering is the opposite. When I send a request, so when I visit a website, b.com, it sends a request to this computer. This computer, instead of sending the JavaScript, what it will do is it will execute the JavaScript here, right here on the computer. So what it will send me is a bunch of HTML and whatever data is in it. If that doesn't make sense, right? The takeaway is the JavaScript is executed on this computer. That is really the takeaway with server-side rendering. The JavaScript is executed at the server. So what I get is the HTML and some data. And then it will get to my computer, and there isn't much rendering to do. The page is ready to be shown to me. The page is ready to be shown to me because the JavaScript and the JavaScript, which the HTML is dependent on, is already done here. And all I receive is the HTML, basically, and the data. So those are the difference between client-side rendering and server-side rendering. Now you can imagine some of the advantages and the disadvantage, right? But before I go, I want to demonstrate to you what that looks like um, on real websites. But before I go, you can imagine, right? If I go to a website and I have to wait before I see the site, that is kind of, so you can imagine the disadvantage. If the waiting takes long, I might lose interest, right? But if it's fast, maybe I might not even notice. On the other end, if you go to my site and I use server-side rendering, it's almost instantaneous. As soon as you get the resources from me, I'm sending you something that is already ready um, to look at. One analogy that I like to use is like a waiter. You go to a restaurant, okay? You order something, okay? Let's assume this is the kitchen, and you are here, okay, sitting down. With server-side rendering, when you order, they will fetch you. Let's say you order a salad. They will make the salad in the kitchen, and they will bring the salad to you, already made. Once you receive it, you are ready to eat. On the other hand, if if we are to use the client side analogy, it will be when you order the salad, This is what they'll bring to you. They'll bring to you the raw vegetable, the dressings, some nuts. They'll come to your table and they'll mix it in front of you. Remember, you are waiting when they are mixing it. You're not eating, right? They'll mix it, they'll prep it, and they'll give it to you. So that's what client-side rendering is. So let's look at real examples. Okay. So I have two websites. I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to show it to you in the next video. Please stay tuned and thank you for watching.